Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Oh, one sec. We have a special guest joining us. Let me turn up their microphone so you guys can hear them.
What's up?
Hi, guys. Happy New Year's Eve. Hey, Wolf, welcome on in. Quick start. Saw you in here. Welcome on in as well.
Hello.
How's everybody's New Year's Eve going? Eating like that's good. Good to eat. Got the food. Oh, and I just noticed one little thing. I got it. There we go. Wanted to get the party hat on, so I had to get rid of the settings that had that on there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Happy New Year's. Yeah. Yes, we are very excited to go into the new year. Because 2024, again, 2024 wasn't as bad as 2020 for a lot of reasons, but wasn't the greatest either. But, you know, life goes up and down.
Yeah.
Again, first half of the year was pretty solid. It was the last couple of months that was rough.
Oh yeah, it's
Hey,
November.
happy you're home from work. It's always good to be home from a long day's work.
Nice.
Yeah, mostly it was just November, December that sucked for us. So.
Yeah, Ezra's gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah. But that's not the part that I'm like, oh, that sucks. It's more I want
No,
to.
we're thankful.
We're
to
thankful.
have a job right now.
Thankful to have that little job, even though I have it only just for a couple more weeks. Which that's more part of my anxiety is I need another job. I need another job that actually pays better, that pays well. So hopefully, that kind of kicks us off onto our into what entirely this whole thing is about. It is finding goals, setting things up for the upcoming year. Here in April, that really sucked on my end. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Wolf. Well, glad things are turning out better for you. So, actually, see you mode. I'm gonna just do some finagling here. I'm gonna get Melly here. Just a little bit closer. There we go. That way she's not in chat. Even though I think it's funny with the beat, sometimes it's kicking on your talking avatar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, main thing that we're trying to do is again we're talking about goals, dreams, hopes,
Stuff.
come up with stuff for the new year.
I have so much to do.
Yes, and actually within the next couple days we get to showcase a lot of the stuff we've been working hard for over the past couple of days with.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's been a lot of work, a lot of progress
Staying
made.
busy.
I'd say one of the things that I worked on over the weekend, I can actually share because the person made the post
Just
on Twitter.
posted it, yeah.
Correct. So let me just quickly. Oh, nope, don't want it that big. There we go. There we go. So let me just quickly go over.
Want me to send it to you?
I'd say it's just over on Twitter, X, whatever.
I don't think he tagged yours.
I know.
But
I thought you did.
no, he just wrote your name.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. 1 second. I got a message that I need. Oh, they messaged me yesterday. Oh, okay. I will need to respond in depth later. But
Yeah, Twitter can be wonky sometimes.
yeah, sometimes it can be. So yeah, I might need you to send it to me.
Okay.
Or I could just show it on my end because it's on Discord. I'll let you send it.
I can send it.
Yeah, just send me the link to it.
Let me see. There you go.
Yeah, mostly it was just kind of a project. It's a project that Melly has been a part of, and the guy was looking for a sound designer. So I was like, she was like, hey, he can do it.
My hubby. My hubby does cool stuff with audio.
Yeah, so that's kind of what it was. So let me just quickly go through, do this. And I don't need to pause it. I just need to mute this. And we'll switch over to the YouTube Reacts channel.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's this. I did this, and oh,
Whoa.
I'm floating a little
You're
far
in
away.
the video.
And actually, someone else is.
See ya.
Yeah, just that little
Yeah.
clip. That little clip. That was
Cute
all.
little mousy. Rabbit thing.
Yeah, whatever it exactly is. So I'm gonna like and repost it. Oh my gosh. Oh, my fingers just like cracked. I
Is
just
it
did.
still like
No, wrong one. Actually, that hand's fine.
okay?
Perfectly fine.
He shocked himself today.
I'm just that shockingly stupid.
No, actually, you were really smart. You fixed our lamp that's been broken forever.
So yeah, just something kind of short and cute. If you think that was cool, just wait till you see some of the projects we have later on. Again, all I did was I did the sound effects, the sound design, and of course Millie over here.
I did the VA.
She did the voicing.
Yeah. She's a really cute character.
And
I'm
say,
excited to hopefully see more of her this year. This upcoming year.
yeah, the person who did the animation, you know, let me quickly bring up Discord.
A large wooden badger.
Yeah, that's what it is. A large wooden badger. I hate how it does that sometimes.
What?
Oh, like what Discord will do is show like the first letter and then ... So I click on the profile because I'm trying to look at the profile.
Mine doesn't do that.
But yeah, no, mine does that for in some cases.
That's weird.
Yeah, a large wooden badger. But yeah, even when I have a full screen, it's just a ... It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's very weird.
Maybe that's just them. Maybe it's because their name is so long.
No, because it does the same thing to a lot of other people.
Yeah, that is weird. Maybe it's because their name is too long or something.
I don't know. I think it's just something wrong with Discord in my opinion, but okay, so we're kind of showing those kind of things. Oh, gonna quickly scooch
Those
that.
thangy things.
Those thingamabobbers.
Those little singaroos.
Yep. Gonna bring us to kind of the first segment we have for the night, which is of course a moment of, as I move my microphone, of self-reflection. Ways that we can kind of look back on 2024, talk about some victories, and just kind of, again, everything in retrospect.
Yeah, the pros, the cons. All the things. All the stuff that happened this year.
Yeah. So I know one of the things I did not accomplish is I did not finish the Dune book series.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea to bring up like
Old goals.
last year's goals.
Yeah, I was not able to finish the Dune book series. I got pretty close. I'm second to last book.
Oh yeah, no, you read a lot this year though.
Oh, I did read quite a bit.
Especially like towards the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Towards the beginning, I read quite a bit. Like, actually, it was start of last year. Yeah, it was start of last year. We went on the cruise to... we went on a cruise.
To Mexico.
To Mexico. And that might be the only time I go to Mexico.
Yeah. At least the place we went to. It was kind of interesting.
The Diablo.
Diablo.
Yeah, we went on a cruise, and during that cruise, I read and finished The Color of Magic, a Terry Pratchett's book in Discworld.
Don't mind me.
Which Discworld's a funny read. It's not like super crazy high fantasy, but it's funny. The entire world is set on the back of an elephant. Actually, no. It's on the back of a turtle, which on the back of the turtle is 4 elephants that hold up the world, the disc world.
I remember that one. I remember you telling me about that one.
It's just funny. There's a lot of funny stuff in it. It's a fantasy comedy ran by Terry Pratchett. So, again, if you want something to laugh at and still read, it's a good one. I would say I would recommend any of the Discworld books. They're funny. They're very British humor. So I know I started off with that one, and then I proceeded to read quite a bit of books. From Shout of What Was Lost, did not finish The Blade itself. You know what? Here, and let me get the book real quick. Ugh.
Wait, what? Babe, it's doing it again. the PNG YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
It's dancing.
Yeah, it's going with the beat. We got Valley Ray.
Yeah.
It was right next to Last Wish, the first Witcher book.
Nice.
So this is the foreword from Discworld, book 1, The Color of Magic. One second. Actually, no, that's the foreword. Never mind. We want the prologue. Say, in a distant and secondhand set of dimensions in an astral plane that was never meant to fly, the curling star mists waver and part. See, great Atuin, the turtle comes, swimming slowly through the interstellar gulf. Hydrogen frost on his ponderous limbs, his huge and ancient shell pocketed with meteor craters. Though sea-sized eyes, through sea-sized eyes, so his eyes are the size of seas, the turtle.
The turtle.
That are crusted with rheum and asteroid dust, he stares fixedly at the destination. In a brain bigger than a city with geological slowness, he thinks only of the weight. Most of the weight is, of course, accounted for by Brilla, Tubal, Great Typhon, and Jarkin, the 4 giant elephants upon whose broad and star-tanned shoulders the disk of the world rests, garlanded by the long waterfall at its vast circumference, and domed by the baby blue vault of heaven. Astropsychologists has been as yet unable to establish what they think about. The great turtle was a mere hypothesis until the day the small and secretive kingdom of Cruel, whose rimmost mountains project over the rimfall, built a gantry and pulley arrangement at the tip of the most propitious crag and lowered several observers over the edge in a quartz windowed brass vessel to peer through the mist veils. The early astrozoologists, hauled back from their long dangled by enormous teams of slaves, were able to bring back much information about the shape and nature of Atuin and the elephants, but this did not resolve fundamental questions about the nature and purpose of the universe. For example, What was Altuin's actual sex? This vital question, said the astrozoologist, with mounting authority, would not be answered until a larger and more powerful gantry was constructed for a deep space vessel. In the meantime, they could only speculate about the revealed cosmos. There was, for example, the theory of that Altuin had come from nowhere and would continue at a uniform crawl or steady gait into nowhere for all time. This theory was popular among most academics. An alternative favored by those of religious persuasion was that Altuin was crawling from the birthplace to the time of mating, as were all the stars in the sky, which were obviously also created by giant turtles. When they arrived, they would briefly and passionately mate for the first and only time, and from that fiery union, new turtles would be born to carry a pattern of worlds. This was known as the Big Bang Hypothesis. Thus it was that a young Cosmokillian of the Steady Gate faction, testing a new telescope with which he had hoped to make measurements of the precise albedo of great Altuin's right eye, was on this eventful evening the first outsider to see smoke rise upward from the burning of the oldest city in the world. Later that night, he became so engrossed in his studies he completely forgot about it. Nevertheless, he was the first. There were others. So that's just kind of a quick summary of Discworld. It's very punny. The Big Bang Hypothesis is a bunch of turtles mating. And that is brought on by religious scholars. So yeah, no, and again, the magic system in this, it's interesting in the regards that magic is useless. Okay, I want to read it now. Again, it's honestly the entire book. It's 277 pages for, again, The Color of Magic. I think they even have it on Amazon as a series or a movie. But no, there's actually a lot of Discworld films that the BBC actually has done. So, but yeah, that's how I started off 2024. So, okay. This is kind of, this is why I say magic is useless in the book. Nope, it's not the color purple. So, actually, I don't think it really ever answers what the color of magic is. I think it just goes on to, you can see the colors, and depending on the color, that's how strong the spell is. The main wizard you follow here, the Gandalf-like wizard, knows one spell. But the spell he knows is to effectively destroy the world. But he can't learn any other spells. That's where he's just he even says magic is pointless in this realm. It's a bunch of old lazy men who just sit up in the tower and do nothing. Which is actually where the book Sorcerer goes into this. Because sorcerers are the ones that more do wondrous magic. But, yeah. So, this world, pretty interesting. Magic system. The magic system is literally a joke. You can learn as many spells as your mind can hold. But, yeah, his spell is self-destruct. His spell is... It's not just nuke. It is nuke the world. Because the spell, it's one of the spells of creation or destruction. One of the spells from the beginning. But that's the only spell he knows. The rest, I'm going to say the rest of his magic is exercising common sense. So, definitely a funny read. So, This isn't going to turn into another book recommendation stream. Okay, we did one of those. Let's save that for later. I'll do more book streams later. Okay.
There could be so many.
Yes, there could be so many. But then yeah, I finished Children of Dune, which was book 3 of Dune. Then I read book 4, God Emperor of Dune. Exactly. I'm with you. Although I did just get one book that I do need to read, just because it is, I think, going to be the next generation's like almost Harry Potter, so to speak, I think, or at least Hunger Games kind of level. The next big book, which is Fourth Wing. So I got that book. I need to get to reading it. That one I can give you at least that one I don't know much. So when I pick books, actually, most of the time I just go from recommendations. I don't want to know the full story. Like, I barely want to know the summary. Because I want to go in there with fresh, clean eyes with like 0 preconceived ideas. Hey, manga's good. That's actually, I still need to read the latest volume of Kaiju number 8, which I think is volume 10, 11. One sec. I'm gonna put color magic back. Volume 11. That's the one I need to read is Kaiju number 8, volume 11. But no, seriously, I pop out a volume of manga in an hour. It kills an hour of time for me.
Yep. Can confirm. I really need to get. Actually, that's what one of my goals should be for this year.
Yes.
At least read one book.
Read.
This
Get through my
year,
reading list.
Yeah, this past year I did not really have time to read anything. But I need to make the time.
I'm just saying, when we're in bed, that's when I read. You're just on your phone reading random facts.
I don't know why, but it's hard for me to read physical books sometimes.
Oh, Free Run. Okay, so we've actually just watched the first episode of that one.
Yeah, we need to continue.
We need to continue it. But no, I've been more obsessed with books. Actually, I need to finish Red Rising. I am halfway through the 3rd book. I need to finish that one. It's like, so current reading lists that I have, at least. So I'm gonna finish up Morning Star, then gonna jump over to Fourth Wing. Then I might finally round back to finishing Dune.
We both have a lot to read.
Oh yeah, and then actually, hopefully within the next year or so, within the next month or 2, I'll be finishing up Wind and Truth. I am, actually, you know what, I know where I'm at in the audiobook. Let me go get the physical book. Oh yeah, that's right, I need to look at some of the artwork, because I missed out on some of the artwork. Reading needs a special mood to get really into a book over one session.
Yeah, that's, for me, I need to be in a certain mood. It's just hard for me. Strangely, I read a lot of webtoons, but I just don't know what it is. I have a tough time with physical books.
Yeah, I used to plow through audiobooks like they're nothing. It's hard for me to focus on physical books, but this goes for video games and TV as well. It's hard to focus on one thing for me for too long.
Yeah.
So that's where I would probably recommend audiobooks, because seriously, that's how I've read the Stormlight Archives, because those boys are chunkers. Like, okay, so actually, let me quickly see what chapter I'm on for Wind and Truth. I am on chapter 27.
That picture's Raven again.
On chapter 27, let me go to table of contents. But yeah, I had to get Wind and Truth hardcover because, yeah, I got it. Preface, acknowledgements. There we go. I'm on day 2, 129.
Yeah, actually, the Pretty Free comic dub was super. Comic dub? No, the audio. The audiobook. That was super good. And same with oh goodness, I think it was the Peter Pan series. That was really good. What was it called?
Narration just feel more immersive. Oh yeah, especially if you did the Star Wars audiobooks. Just not Michael Kramer. Oh my gosh. Mark Thompson. Mark Thompson does an amazing job with the Star Wars audiobooks. And then the sound design and everything, they go into it. They go hard on the Star Wars audiobooks. Like I'm talking, they put in the Star Wars music. They put in like again, they turn on their lightsaber. They bring in the sound effects.
That's what it was. Peter and the Starcatchers.
Oh,
that one's a really good one.
Okay. I am this far in.
Of which one?
Wind and Truth.
Is that?
Stormlight Archives.
Oh.
The last book. I am.
From the audiobook?
Yeah, from the audiobook. I am this far in.
Dang. Yeah,
So,
that one's huge.
So page number wise, currently in Wind and Truth, I'm on page 251.
Out of?
I'm getting to that. Let me see here. Yep, epilogue. Yep, out of 1,326
Yep.
pages. I still got over 1,000 pages to go. Yeah, I'm on chapter 27. Yep. Chapter called What is Right. So, but yeah, I need to look at some illustrations. Which actually, luckily, in the table of contents, they actually have illustrations. Music sprint.
Your mom has illustration.
118. Okay. As I said, I'm not going to get into the books this stream.
Actually, didn't you read that one?
War and Peace? No.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
By the way, this is book 5. Book 4 is still over 1,000 pages. This entire series is like at least 6,000 pages long. Like fantasy books, I think they look at War and Peace and go, that's cute. So, oh yeah, I was gonna look at. Okay, so gotta look at page 118. Do you like art books for games or in? Okay.
Oh, yeah, like, you know, when, for example, like, Legend of Zelda, how they have like a whole
art book dedicated to it.
Yeah, I do.
I say
I mean, I can't honestly think of something right now that like I'm absolutely like, oh, I need to get that book, like, because I really love this video game series or something, but I think I would if I really enjoyed the series or the art. I was like, I need this.
Thanks, Shalon. For me personally, not the biggest for like art books specifically for like games or animated series. I much rather, like, again, I do like looking on Pinterest and that kind of stuff if I'm trying to look for something. Going into concepts and extra stuff. Yeah, like, again, I do like looking at like some of the more behind the scenes stuff. And again, if it's like the official art book of this, like it's from their concept artists and that kind of stuff, I like it.
Yeah.
But I also do like seeing other person's interpretations because, and I think that's why for me I lean a little bit more towards like normal books, is because I like my imagination creating stuff. But I'm also very open, like, again, because again with Stormlight Archives, the really cool thing is that Brandon Sanderson adds the illustrations that, again, he commissioned someone to do the illustration and walks him through it. And yeah, they are in the book, but it looks more like a research paper. So it's very stylized and it's really cool. Oh yeah, that's right. I got just 2 more pictures to look at. So it's 229. So it's just, in more respect for me, it's more on like, money I just spent on art book that I'm just going to look at probably around 1, maybe 2 times, compared to a book where for me it's more like a challenge and accolade for me to get through it, and that's something, in more respect, I could put on my shelf. So that's just where my mind goes to. And again, seriously, if you love art books, seriously, do it. Like, do you. Because again, art books are really cool. And when I was studying arts in college, I love looking at art books because it was also good to get references. So that way, when I was drawing something, I could go from those references. So it just all comes down to perspective and goals behind it. Oh yeah, the domesticating Spren. And last one is the Tacoma. That's 282. Ooh, cool. Alright, cool. Caught up on the illustrations I needed to for Wind and Truth.
Nice.
Because in the audiobook, they tried to like describe the pictures. And so I'm like, I'd rather just skip this, and because now I have the physical book, so I can actually go and look at them.
Yeah, I like looking at concept art for stuff and behind the scenes stuff, but it's just like, unless I really, really liked it, I was like, what? Then I would probably get the book. But like, I is poor. We is poor.
We is very poor.
and the art books can get pretty expensive sometimes.
Oh yeah, they get very pricey. Very pricey, very quick. So, but again, I used to struggle a lot with physical books. So no, I was the biggest proponent of audiobooks. Like that's how I went through all these series, is because as I'm driving, instead of me listening to music, I listen to audiobooks. That's just what I would do. And that's how I cranked out all the Will Time series. That's how I cranked out all the Stormlight Archives, all Mistborn. Seriously, most of the Cosmere, I listened to. It wasn't until the Secret Projects and after... Oh, hi, Hideyoshi. It wasn't until after Trust of the Emerald Sea where... Because again, with Sanderson's The Cosmere audiobooks, I really do like Michael Kramer narrator, because he does a great job. But I want to say Michelle Redding, she does the girl chapters, and it's just she's not as good as Michael Kramer in the regards of like.
You can just tell that she's getting old.
She's getting old, and some of the voices she picks, and this is where, again, unless your book is really, really focused on the women's narrative, I might say go with male narrators, because this is the sole reason why. Okay, I'm going to go into the biology here. Why I think male narrators for audiobooks are a little bit better than women.
Well, hey,
and
you gotta give, like, there are some good female.
There are some really good, but I'm going to give you an example in this case. Okay, it is possible for a man to go up high enough to sound like a woman. Even if it's not a 100% passable voice, in an audiobook setting, you can make that connection. Women can't really go as deep to sound like some of these men. And that's where...
I guess that's true, kind of true.
And that's why I'm saying it depends on the book genre. Like, honestly, Fourth Wing, from what I've read so far, girl narration, perfect. Would work fantastic.
Like, I think if, kind of like what you're saying, if the cast is mostly male, or
Hmm.
at least like male identifying, that
More masculine, more in that
Yeah.
regards.
then yeah, I think it would fit better to have a male voice actor.
Hmm.
But yeah, it just depends on the genre and
Depends
how
on the
many like I guess like the characters as well.
Yeah, it depends on the genre and depends on the characters. Like, that's the big one, okay? It depends on the characters. Like, if the main character is male and a lot of people he's talking to are male, then get male voice actor. Someone who can do, and again, I just say this just because guys can go to quite a bit to spectrum in voice sounding, okay? Girls can go to a spectrum in the higher end, but guys can kind of at least get close to the bottom of the higher end, whereas
You
girls.
wanna know who would be a great female narrator?
Oh, who?
Wait, no, that's not her last name.
Hey, Cake Magic, welcome on in.
Lila. It's either Lila or Layla. Lila Burzins. She can pull off both male and female really good,
Awesome.
and it sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. I say, and actually, okay, I think a woman would do fantastic for a lot of YA books.
Oh yeah.
YA in the regards of like, because again, like you can do, a lot of women can do boy voices, they can do that. It's just when it gets to the masculine, manly man, get a guy.
And yeah, it gets a little trickier.
It's a lot trickier, especially when, honestly, like, unless it is a pure Sisters of Battle book, I don't see girls narrating Warhammer 40k books. Unless it is a purely Sisters of Battle book, which would be awesome. Okay? Like, if it was just a pure Sisters of Battle book, I'm here for it. But if you're doing anything that's Space Marine centric, yeah, you gotta do boys. You gotta do guys. Just because, again, it's that pitch register.
Yeah, I can see that.
And again, and this is where I'm sure there are people out there, girls who can get down deep. Just I don't think they can get like Idris Elba deep,
Yeah.
and making it still sound good and make it still sound like acting.
What's one of Knuckles' quotes?
Oh my gosh, what is good? I like both. When I can, I like doing physical copy. But if I'm doing chores, if I'm doing any type of physical activity, I love audiobooks. I prefer audiobooks over music. I prefer audiobooks, I prefer podcasts, I prefer that over music, okay? Because for me, I always tune music out. So whenever I'm doing something that's like a chore, like actually, okay, so Rhythm of War, that was book 4 of the Stormlight Archives, I finished that in a week. That is, again, about 1,200 pages of a book. About 40 to, actually no, I believe it is 52 hours of an audiobook. And I cranked that out in about 3 to 4 days. Because all I did was, when I was at work, I listened to it. When I was doing chores, I was listening to it. And I was remodeling my bathroom at the time. So, I prefer audiobooks over music. But audiobook versus physical book, it just depends on the situation. I like them both. And also depends on the narrator.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, okay, so my goal this next year is to finish Wind and Truth. Yeah, it's actually, where's my phone? Rhythm of War. Let me go ahead and bring up Rhythm of War real quick. Rhythm of War is 57 hours and 25 minutes as an audiobook. I still have 1,100 pages left of Wind and Truth, which translates to 50 hours and 24 minutes. So, but no, seriously. Okay, so real quick, my Audible library. I started off with the Star Wars audiobooks, specifically Star Wars The Old Republic, Fatal Alliance, Star Wars The Old Republic, Deceived, Star Wars Annihilation, Into the Void, Star Wars Legacy of the Book, Legacy of the Force, that entire series, Star Wars The Jedi Academy Trilogy, Volume 1, Jedi Search, let me see here. Halo Ghost Army. Yep, I told you about Legacy of the Force. Legacy of the Force. Legacy of the Force. Legacy of the Force, I believe, is 12 books, but each one of them is like maybe 6 to 8 hours. Like, they're not long ones. Then, yeah, I've got to Jedi Outcast, Star Wars The New Jedi Order, which is the Yuuzhan Vong War. This one actually I had to read for school. It was The Agony and the Ecstasy, Game of Thrones, the first book, Tuesdays with Maury, Star Wars Omen, Star Wars Abyss, Star Wars, what was this one? Oh, Backlash, Star Wars Allies, Star Wars Vortex, Star Wars Conviction, Ascension, Apocalypse. Then we get the Call of Cthulhu and other stories, Crucible, Star Wars Legends, Star Wars New Jedi Order, Agents of Chaos, New Jedi Order Balance Point, Star Wars Spectre of the Past, Star Wars Jedi Order Edge of Victory, Part 1 Conquest, Star Wars The Hand of Thrawn, Star Wars Dark Force Rising, Thrawn Trilogy Book 2, Star Wars The Thrawn Trilogy Book 3 Last Command. Have you read Fate of the Jedi? That's a banger. I do not think so. Then got the new Thrawn trilogy. Thrawn did Battlefront Twilight Company, New Jedi Order Edge of Victory, Battlefront 2. This one I read just because I loved their narrator so much. It's the Punch Escrow. Yeah, Legends. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Legends is so much better. The Punch Escrow is narrated by Matt Mercer. That was an interesting one. That one, it goes into it's not teleportation, it's cloning and destroying the original. Then yeah, I did Phasma, Star Wars Aftermath, Star Wars Life Debt, Thrawn Alliance, and then this is when I started getting into Brandon Sanderson. It was after I finished all these Star Wars books and when Star Wars was going downhill. Next thing on this is Mistborn, the Final Empire, the Well of Ascension, and the Hero of Ages. Then we're getting to part of the second era. First one that I was bringing up is Bands of Mourning, but that's not the first one. Then read Elantris, Warbreaker. There's Thrawn Treason. There's also a book called The Land, a literature RPG by Alaron Kong. Then there is, okay, this book series is fun. It's called Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. It's funny because it's kind of like a conspiracy book made into a comedy. For kids, it's a YA book. Then you have The Land Forging, The Land Alliance, The Land Catacombs, The Land Swarm, The Land Raiders. Yes, this is all audiobooks, by the way. Then I got, the entire Wheel of Time series. The Eye of the World, Shadow Rising, The Fires of Heaven, Lords of Chaos, Star Wars Thrawn Ascendancy. Then back to Wheel of Time. A Crown of Swords, Path of Daggers, Winter's Heart, Crossroads of Twilight, Knife and Dreams, The Gathering Storm, Towers of Midnight. Then Star Wars Throne Ascendancy, Book 2, Greater Good. Then Star Wars Heir to the Empire, Star Wars Thrawn Ascendancy, Book 3, Lesser Evil. Now we get into some of the 40k books. Which of course I had to start off with, where is it? I think I just have it downloaded, that's why I need to find it. But yeah, it's of course Horus Rising. Then False God, Endless War, Galaxy in Flames, The Flight of the Eisenstein, Fulgrim. Then we're back to Mistborn Era 2, Alloy of Law, Shadows of Self. And then the last book in the Era 2 of Mistborn is The Lost Metal. Horus. Horus. Horus Rising.
Horus.
You know, the arch traitor. Then
The Horse Rising.
the Horse Rising, yeah. Great. I'm thinking now horse with a horse head.
Oh no.
Then yeah. Then I think the last one I had listened to of The Land is The Land Predators, which that was 45 hours. Yep, Horse Rising. Then yeah, we get into Patrick Rothfuss's The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear.
It goes on, guys.
It goes on. I'm close to the end of my audiobooks. I know I'm close to the end because I'm back to Stormlight Archives because I re-listened to it with The Wave Kings, Words of Radiance, Oathbringer. Jump back into Warhammer for a minute for Xenos, which is a oh my gosh, what's his name? Eisenhorn book. Then Arcanum Unbound, the Cosmere Collection. Mephiston, the Blood of Sanguinius. And yeah, Dragon Reborn. Oh, I got a self-help book on here called The Subtle Art Not Given an F.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Great Hunt, Memory of Life. Okay, last three: Rhythm of War, Ready Player One, and Wind of Truth.
Hey yo.
Now I gotta remember this has been a decades collection, because this is the thing with Audible. Audible gives you a credit a month for its subscription, which it is around, I want to say, $15 a month. Some of these books are $30 to $50. So instead of me just going out and buying the book, I would wait till my Audible monthly credit came back, and I would buy the book with the credit. So it was a way for me to save money and collect this vast library. In fact, actually, I think it was some of my family members were like, I have so many credits and I just don't use them. I was like, I run out of credits pretty frequently.
You're like, I'll take that.
I would go through an audiobook like a month. Like, it was just because, again, I would do it when I'm driving, whenever I was going places or doing chores, mowing the lawn, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would just listen to an audiobook instead of music. It's amazing how much stories you can get through when you're just doing that passively. Okay, so this was book recommendations part 2. Or books part 2. Back
Don't
to...
die.
No, I'm trying not to. Get closer every day, though.
Yeah, especially tomorrow.
Yeah, you get a whole year
Or
closer.
5 hours for us.
So, okay. So now we're going to jump back into the goals. So yes, finish those books. I'm not going to go too much more in depth with books. I think I'm doing pretty good on my book reading. So just stick with book reading. Stick with reading books. Just keep staying consistent. T-minus 4 hours and 48 minutes. Yep, that's about right. Oh yeah, because those are Hideyoshi also. We're in the same state. Got it. Okay, so got that one. One thing that I am wanting to challenge myself to do better with, because this also goes into a goal. I want us.
More snuggles for Melly.
No. No.
Aw.
Oh, thank you so much, Pickle Ostrich. I appreciate it. Lamau.
I don't know, babe. I think you gotta.
You get snuggled every night.
Not every night.
Most nights. So, now one main goal / bucket list thing I want us to be able to finally do this next year.
Japan.
Yes, is going to Japan. I want us to go to Japan this next year.
Yeah, me too. That would be awesome.
Gonna say my brother is going in February, February, March, and he's gonna be there a month.
We've been planning it longer than he has.
We've been planning on going there, but again, this is where for this to work out, two things need to occur. Mostly one thing, but number two would be good. Main thing is I need a job. You guys, we've been wanting to go to Japan ever since, like, we've been saying that was our honeymoon. We have not been
we got married.
Before we got married. That was our honeymoon destination, but we wanted to first be able to move out to Texas first.
Yeah.
We want to get that done, and so we put that closer to the bottom. And actually, this is the saddest thing with all of this that's gone on is, so this is where basically I felt like my, in one respect, like life and all prospects did a 180 within 1 week. Because this year.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff happened that week.
Because this is seriously what happened is 1 week we are actually at the Sonic Expo. We're having a good time. I get an email from Crunchyroll saying that they want to do an interview with me. I'm like, that is great. That's fantastic. Because again, I do have a friend that actually works there as an audio engineer. Used him as a reference. So I was thinking, okay, if I was very confident I was going to get hired too. I was like going in there very, very much like I got this. I even met up with my friend. He's like, yeah, no, you should be a shoo-in. You got this. And within that week, and actually when we had the lunch, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to hear back from them today. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe they got busy. Things just got let go. I'm going to give them some time. Welcome to the Legion. Hey, thank you for following. I just got so excited. I was like, okay, because if everything goes well, that's extra money that we're going to be making on top of the job that I'm actually doing. Because
yeah, we overhyped it a little bit.
We were so hyped up, mostly because the income we would be making. It would have doubled our income just by doing that alone.
Yeah, and we really needed the money.
And within the next week, my main job where I was getting paid a lot, they're basically going under. And then I got the news from Crunchyroll that they moved on. Yeah, I basically lost my job. And in fact, I basically still have lost my job, and they still haven't paid me for my last bit of work. They've given me They gave us $500. They gave me $500, but
that like a quarter?
Not even quarter.
Okay.
We're talking. The economy is roughing it out here. Yeah, it is really rough. So no, they owed me around $2,800. They paid $500 of that. So yeah, and all this happened within 1 week. So within 1 week, went unemployed, and this is where I was like, okay, I'm going to stream more often. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And this is where, guys, seriously, there has been some major progress, and this is where I want to quickly just give you, there is the hope and dreams, and then there's the reality of situations. Hope and dream was like, yeah, I would love to be able to make my job YouTube, make my job streaming, be able to do that. And it's just, that stuff takes time. It takes time to build. And it's still something that, again, as you guys can still see, I'm still trying to do it. I'm getting success. I'm still like, and again, I'm getting low success, but this is something where it just takes time. It takes time to grow this. And seriously, even within the past month, the growth I've had has been awesome, has been truly amazing. Like with Twitch, seriously, the fact that I got up to 10 subscribers to me is a huge win. It is a huge win for me. Like, I'm close to being able to do my first payout from Twitch of $50. Yay. Yeah, exactly. It's just like VA. Like, sometimes you'll hit peaks, sometimes you'll hit valleys. And right now, this is a huge valley time. Just, it all came at once. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
But so in the meantime, and this is where I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. And this is where, thanks guys. Thanks for all the words of encouragement. And yes, it is. It's still great achievements, but it's nowhere close to say, okay, I can quit my day job and go do this full time.
Yeah.
Not quite to that point yet, because honestly, several things would have to occur, like being able to be monetized on YouTube would be one as well, because every streamer, like again, if you look at CDog, if you look at Iron Mouse, if you look at everybody, or I'm going to use Ludwig too as an example, they do both Twitch and YouTube, is you got to have both of those avenues of revenue coming in.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to talk and my body's just like, we're going to burp too. So, so this is where, again, this is what leads me to my next goal is I would love to be able to get monetized on YouTube, but I need to get to 500 subscribers and get, what was it, 3,000 watch hours?
Probably.
Yeah, it was like 3,000 or 30,000.
Yeah.
Which, and again, I've made great strides within the past couple of months. I'm up, you know what, actually I'm going to look up real quick. Instead of
like
me just...
everything, it takes time.
And that's the thing. All this, it just takes time. And this is where, in one regards, I'm glad it's not like an instant, aha, I got there. Because then I wouldn't know what to do with myself. This is where, as time has gone on, I've been able to go, okay, now that I'm here, I know what I want to do next. I know what I want to do next. I now know the next step. And it's very much, as I say, a proving grounds. Is you learn, you grow. It's, again, in one respect, I'm going to relate this to voice acting as well. You don't just jump in immediately and go, I'm going to buy a Neumann TLM microphone,
quality equipment,
all this stuff without getting any voiceover practice. You're just going to go straight, balls to the walls,
and
buying all the...
immediately voice in Genshin and Honkai and Marvel Rivals and all the great stuff.
Exactly, which this is where, in reality, that's not realistic. I mean, there might have been some rising stars, but that's not how it all starts. It all starts with you taking classes, you learning how to tap into practice, learning how to act, getting into the acting abilities, learning. Yes, sorry, Pride Wolfpack, you can't do that day one. Can't do it day one. Day 8 maybe, but not day 1.
A week.
But so yeah, it's 3,000 watch hours. And I'm over 10%. Before I was at maybe 100 watch hours. Oh, since when? I'm counting the days. I will laugh so hard if in a week you get into like Honkai or something.
I would be really impressed.
I will laugh my butt off going, boom, on the luck charm. I called it. I did my own Markiplier calling it, but... See, I don't bet on sites, I bet on people. But no, that's philosophy for life. Bet on people, not companies. Anyway.
But what if you're betting on the people who own that company?
You're still betting on the person?
But...
I'll give you all the credit. As long as some of that credit is at least 10% cash here. All the people I've met on my VO journey have been very part so far. Exactly. It's as you get into these niches, as you get into all this, it's how you grow. Bet on people, not companies. Speaking of which, companies, today's number one sponsor.
Yeah.
No,
funny.
No, our sponsor today is Raid Shadow. No, I'm not even going to do that because I'm not. Because I just see it. Exactly. I'm a gotcha agent. I'm the luck agent. Actually, no. I'm a VA investor.
Yeah.
And instead of investing in cash, I invest in good vibes and luck. And no.
Anyways.
So, okay. Eligibility for monetization YouTube. I need 500 subscribers. I'm at 210. Upload at least 3 videos in 90 days. I do that. I do at least 3. I try to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And then one of the following 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views on shorts, which on the public watch hours I'm at 346, so that's over 10%. I think the watch hour requirement is the hard part. Exactly. Yeah. It is the hardest, which is why I've actually discovered and why I stream both on Twitch and YouTube is if you watch on YouTube, I get the watch hours there. But this is where also everyone make all the counts. No, I need the growth. And thing is, the subscribers are coming in. The craziest part with all this is since starting to do this, I've seriously gained over 100 subscribers in a little bit over a month, which is absolutely insane to me.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I see so many Raid Shadow Legend ads. It's just like, I'm good. I'm good.
Just really pushing it.
But no, like seriously, in every regards, what exactly? It's awesome and it's amazing progress, and I want the steady growth. I don't want to burst growth and then level off. I want to have steady growth with occasional plateaus, okay? Because in one respect, that pushes me to try to strive and be more creative. Like actually, even within this past week. So again, the video I did prior to some of the other videos was again the glazing red rising. That got only about 25 views, but I did the Fulgrim model reveal, which is at 630 views now, and that was just a couple of days ago.
That was very spontaneous.
It was a very spontaneous thing, and this is where, because again, I do like 40k, and this is where, you know what, I'm going to show my passion. I'm going to show the stuff that I like, because again, that's where I agree with kind of like Jacksepticeye. Don't get me wrong, this can still be a business and everything, but you need to have fun. And yes, okay, just curious, does everybody at least know what the whole perfection thing when it comes to Fulgrim? Guys, yes, I can go on about Warhammer for a bit.
Forget goals.
Okay, so let me get a drink real quick. Okay, so when it comes to Warhammer 40k, specifically into like the Space Marines and all the legions, each legion has a specialization, a goal, a mission statement, so to speak. Like with Sanguinius, it's about art. It's about, again, it has very much been about the arts. Like we're talking, these are like Greek demigod built men who love to paint, who love music, who love to go, and that's why I love the Blood Angels. For, oh my gosh, what the heck are they called? Night Lords. Night Lords, it's terrorism. That is their MO, terrorism. For the Emperor's children, their entire goal is to be perfect. Perfect in all things, perfect in art, perfect in warfare, perfect in music, perfect in everything. So much so that, again, their Primarch, Fulgrim, strives for perfection. And actually, this was why I loved the Fulgrim book in this, is because you see like his fall to chaos is because, so since he is trying so hard to be perfect, all the arts, everything feels hollow to him because he is already sculpted to be a perfect being. In fact, he's commissioned an artist. So the artist is actually he's making a sculptured statue of the Emperor. All right, gotta go. Good luck to you on the stream. Thanks, Pickle Ostrich. Thank you so tuning in, and actually, thank you also so much for the follow. I hope you have a good night and see you next year.
Yeah, see you next year.
So, Fulgrim, eye to perfection, and an artist that comes in goes. You gotta remember, in art, it is the imperfections that make it perfect, which is like the biggest hypocrisy and sacrilege Fulgrim has ever heard. So he actually killed the sculptor on the spot.
Of course.
Just because again, and this is where he's also being corrupted by the sword and a lot of things.
Too perfect is creepy.
When it's just like everything's got to be perfect. It's getting into that perfectionist mindset where that's where the folly is. So that's why, again, the whole thing with Fulgrim and the perfection. Lamau, the sculptor. Sculptor's like, it's the imperfections that make it so beautiful and so perfect. How dare you speak ludicrous.
Smite.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Since it's by a Primarch, a true like demigod. Lowercase g, very lowercase g. But no, like, actually, again, if I were to have like a traitor legion, it would be Emperor's Children, just because they crazy.
They be crazy in the noggin.
It really said, nuh-uh, killed him.
Nuh-uh.
Actually, I even think it's just like, Fulgrim's like, I see the wisdom in this, but you're wrong. And then goes and looks at like one of the most perfect statues of the Emperor. And he's just like, my father's just making fun of me. So, and again, that's the whole perfection thing when it comes to Fulgrim. And so in that video, I was like, it's the perfect model. It's because it's referencing the Emperor's Children's goals of being perfect in all things, or at least striving for perfection in all things. Which striving for perfection is different than being perfect in all things. Striving for it is you're trying to do your best, you're giving it your all. Whereas being it is just like prideful. I'm perfect. I'm it. I'm all of it. But yeah, so again, the entire world of 40K is very interesting and very fun to do. But so I'm going to backtrack a bit. So our goal for this upcoming year is we do want to be able to finally take our honeymoon trip to Japan.
Yeah.
So with it also, with the other goal to have us practice more Japanese, learn Japanese more, get more into Japan, get more Japanese going.
日本語。
日本語勉強しましょう。
よし。
Of course. Ah. Real quick, I love the sound effect I picked for this. It's too accurate. Yo.
Alright, good luck, baby.
Let's see here. Let's
I'm gonna drop out. Peace.
Hey, no. You get it. You're talking to here.
I don't know much.
It's just me that has to speak. You get to be my translator. Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh no.
She tries to translate what I'm saying. Nelly translator. Hi.
Yes.
よし、始めましょう。8分だけ。
Let's begin.
まあいい。はい。
Okay.
8分は何ですか？
Oh, what?
8分は何ですか？
Harpoon?
その8分は何ですか？
8? What?
分？
8 minutes?
はい。完璧。8分？8分。
Okay.
8分だけだから日本語だけを話す8分だけ
What? That was really
はい
fast.
もう一回ゆっくり今から日本語を話す
Japanese.
8分だけ
8 minutes? Speak Japanese 8 minutes?
はい
Okay.
そんな感じで
This is harder than you think, guys.
これは難しいけど
No, I might need Google Translate too.
いや
Yes.
いやなんか大丈夫ですと思います
I'm trying.
ちょっと待ってその言葉してたいちょっと待って
He's saying wait. He's gonna do something.
ね
BB, they want you to say something in the chat.
ちょっとそれはちょっと待って
Basically said 1 second.
最初は明けましておめでと
What?
う明けましておめでと
What does that mean? Oh my god. Oh, Happy New Year.
う明けましておめでとう
Oh. Is that so?
そうなんですか
そうですよ。
今で
I can
あら
say- Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I interrupted that.
それは大丈夫と思います。もう一回もう一回か
Yes, one more time.
あらあら。
Hey. Hey, yo.
今から4分ぐらい
Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, where is my nosebleed emote? Oh, man. I have to.
これは俺のチャンネル。
What?
これは俺のチャンネル。
It's on. Well, I know it's yours.
よかった。
But you know what I mean.
だからなぜあなたの荷物ありますかああ、これは面白いですね。
How much time do we have left?
4分。
What?
4分。
4分? 4分? Oh, so 4 minutes?
はい。
Okay.
はい、メリー頑張って、頑張って。
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。
いいね。それから、これはもっと優しいので、メリーを話す、もう日本語を教えることできます。
Something about me still learning Japanese?
まあいい、まあいい。
Kind of?
まあいい。これはこのリディームもっと優しい優しいので、メリーに
That's me.
話すもう日本語を教えることできます。
I don't know. Japanese?
まあいいじゃん。
Takoyaki.
たこ焼き美味しいだよ。
Yeah, it's good. He said it's yummy.
次の、何を食べ物多分、一番の食べ物。カリー
What does ichiban mean again? I've heard that one.
は
Oh, that's number one.
い、はい、はい
That it's...
カリー
Curry?
それ一番の好き。
Yeah, I mean, we are making curry tonight.
はい。けど日本で私の一番食べ物がカリーです。
One minute? One second?
Yeah.
1 hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, what are they making you say?
OK。ちょっと待って。この番組はご覧のスポンサーのでお送りします。このスポンサ
Sponsored
ー
by what?
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
お送りします。お送りします。
そう、もう一回。この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Wait, what? お送りします。
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
ノイス。
もう早く。この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Nice. Like O Christmas.
でお送りします。
お送りします。
お送りします。ちょっと、なんだっけ地教師、この夜、
I only know the chorus.
星
Well, that's Silent
は
Night.
光
I know that one. I think Jingle Bells is easy. It's like Jingle Bell,
ジングルベルジン
そう
すすが鳴る Chotodake.
Hoshimi.
Oh, what the?
Ah.
Okay, we're done. Oh, you did really good, Melly. You did really good. You really did great. Like, seriously, I am very surprised.
Translating?
Yeah, you got the overall vibe. You got a lot of things right. Good job.
I tried. Thank
So,
you.
yeah. So what I was saying before is what I was trying to say that you're like, what? Is doing this, like this redeem this time around is easier because I can talk to Melly and teach Melly Japanese.
True. I wish you could switch back and forth though, like English and Japanese.
Well, other songs. Actually, give me 1 sec. I do have one thing.
He probably knows a lot more than I do.
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. Like, I wish he could speak Japanese and then pause and, like, tell me what he said. Or at least, I don't know.
In that instance.
Yeah. It was tricky.
But you did good.
I tried. Are you looking for the hymn book? Yeah, we definitely need subtitles.
Ezra with subtitles. Yep. The Japanese switch. So let's see here. Yeah, let me go to the back of this book here. Ah, here we go. Again, I know I'll just stick with Christmas songs. Oh, there we go.
It's not too late. Christmas was like, what? 5-6 days ago? Almost a week ago?
Okay, that actually could be a good one. It's probably 127.
Actually, what are the lyrics?
Yeah, I believe it's 127.
Jingle.
Okay.
Jingle better.
As long as it's not like the Austin Powers movie. Which one? We still have a few hours left of December.
Yep, just
Okay.
almost.
So this is it's very small writing. That's here. Yeah, I'm gonna. I could do this. This might be a good idea. We can do this. Oh, just the instrumental. Here we go.
The first Noel. Wait. Let's see if I can find it.
Wakipito Itsujioma Moreru sono yokusushi shiki tawa. Okay, I lost my place. So again, I have a hymn book in Japanese, and it's actually written in Japanese, and this is why I need to study more, is because it's all hiragana katakana.
I want to sing with you.
Too bad.
I just pulled up the lyrics. The cheat lyrics.
Yeah, that's in kanji too, so that would not help you in this case.
No, this one.
Yeah, don't do romaji. Learn with me. Practice with me. We practice with hiragana.
I'm not that good yet.
Too bad, we gotta practice. Actually, yeah, you need to finish the hiragana and katakana. You need to master that first.
Yeah.
So there's your goal. Master hiragana katakana.
Yeah.
And I need to get better at reading hiragana.
Wait.
Jingle, jingle bell, jingle bell, Susu ga naru. Suzu no yeah, one second.
Yeah, I don't know.
One sec, okay. Yeah, just copy and send me the link real quick.
The link?
Yeah, link up there.
Oh.
Copy and paste that. So, and actually one of the phrases I was saying, which is like, oh, good. It is akemashite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Omedeto. Akemashite omedeto, which means Happy New Year. Akemashite omedeto. Yeah, just send it to me on Discord. Okay, we'll try Jingle Bells one more time.
Maybe we should play the music too.
So that way we can be either on or off the beat.
Yeah. Is that the whole thing? I guess. I don't know.
That's the first verse.
Maybe it's just the first. We'll just do the first verse.
Here we go.
I like the sound.
The video's weird.
走れそうによ風のように雪の中を軽く速く笑い声を雪に負けば明るい光の花になるよ Hey! ジングルベルジングルベル鈴が鳴る鈴の光の仲間ジングルベルジングルベル鈴が鳴る森に林に響くからみんな
Let's stick with that. Oh, let's stick with that.
Yeah.
Padoru. Okay, now we'll go back to the lo-fi.
That was tricky.
It's tricky singing in another language. Which is why we need to practice more. We need to read more. I need to read more in Japanese.
Me too.
Even if it's just hiragana, that'll help. And actually, one good practice that I might need to take the Nintendo DS back, but.
Can have.
So actually, one of the things I did in high school to help practice my reading of hiragana was I got a Japanese version of Pokemon Platinum. And just to kind of help me get used to seeing hiragana everywhere I looked. So that was one of those strategies that could help and again kind of teach you fun. But the main difficulty to try to do with it is get it in a version you have not played. Get a version of Pokemon in Japanese and play a version you have not played. Because then you don't know what is being said, so it pushes you to learn the language more. So, yep, so with our goal to go to Japan, it is also to practice Japanese more.
Yee.
What?
What?
You just did something.
I'm just reading out loud.
Would you like to release all your Pokemon? Accidentally click
No.
yes.
That would suck.
Oh, that would be rough, but that would be funny.
That would be so sad. I would cry.
Oh, one second. I'm trying to remember. There was a challenge that one of my friends was trying to do with Pokemon. Oof, I do want to get a Japan only game, just not sure if it would play on my console since it's older. Okay, so depends how old are you looking at, Nuzlocke? Because again, yes, I actually have a Japanese N64 with I have Super Smash Bros, I have Star Fox, I have Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is a challenge because that uses kanji and not furigana.
There's a lot of dialogue.
There's a ton of dialogue. Region lock, yeah, and actually this is kind of the reason why I'm going with using the N64 as an example. The N64, Nintendo 64 games in Japan are different than in the US. Actually, I'll bring up a picture of it. Because this is how they region locked it back in the old days. Japanese N64 games. No, not that. But yeah, that's actually the version I have for Legend of Zelda. Images. So I'm going to bring that up. 64. Oh, yep, here we go. This is how they originally region locked it back in N64 days. Is if you look on here, let me open this up. It was based on the design of the cartridge. So this is the Japanese one. Notice how there's the rivets right here. And in the US version, the rivets are on the outside here. So therefore, you can't put this inside you can't put this inside an American system and vice versa. That is a huge oof. But yeah, it's this. That's how they region locked it back in the old days. That's how they did region locks back in the day. Whereas now it's most of the region locks is programming. That's crazy how the OG N64 never knew that. Oh, yeah, like that's because after I got the N64 and I got a couple of games, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And my friends are like, oh, you got N64 from Japan? Cool, I'll bring some of my N64 games. And we started trying to play. I was like, why won't it go in? It's an N64. Okay, I actually never knew this. Thank you. The game I want to play that's Japan only is a Wii game. That might be fine as long as you play it offline. Most of the time, if you play games offline, you will be fine. Like if it was just like for instance, if you wanted to play Japanese version of Twilight Princess, because I know that came out on the Wii, you could. It's just when you go online, it's going to make it tricky. And actually, I'm pretty sure, and with the way games are nowadays, you can just go in and you can switch the language from English to Japanese. Captain Rainbow in the game. Okay. But yeah, I also have so last time I went to Japan back in end of 2018. I want to say, yeah, it was end of 2018, start 2019. Oh my gosh, that was about 5 years ago. 5, 6, dang. 5, 6, gosh dang. In 2018, start of 2019, I got a Japanese PlayStation 1. I still have it. Yeah, time passes by so fast. Yeah, I got a Japanese PlayStation 1 with Final Fantasy 7. And I want to say I also did get Final Fantasy 8. Got a couple Final Fantasy games just for the PlayStation. So, And again, I got those from again, I call them recycle stores. I'm trying to remember, I want to say, name of the place is called Hard Off. I am not kidding. That is the actual name of the store. Yeah, it's called Hard Off.
In Japan?
In Japan.
Huh.
It's part of the Hard Off group. Hard Off or Hobby Off. It is a kind of like a recycle. Again, it's kind of like a thrift store, but higher class. Hard name, yep. By the Hard Company. It's by the Hard Group. So actually, I'll show you the one in Akihabara, because actually I think this is the one I went to this one too. So back to YouTube Reacts. Like, I think this is the store. Let's see if we can enlarge in the pictures. But no, seriously, they take good care of everything. Like, these are guitars, speakers. You can see some of the games right here in the corner. Like, let's click on here. There we go. But yeah, they also have anime figurines. It's basically like a pawn shop, but better. Because they take care of their stuff, and it's nothing like seedy. But yeah, look at all these speakers, surround systems, records. Boom. Game Boy Color, Game Boy, the original Game Boy Advance, Game Boy 3DS, PSP. Like, you got like all of the game stuff here. Game & Watch. Like, and these still all work. They're all in good working fashion. They're just at a slighter discount in some cases. They have a Black Magic video. Okay. So the prices, so if you look on here, just so you get an idea, the reason why I'm like, oh, Black Magic video design stuff is crazy. So if you look at the price tag here, it's 41,000 yen. So let's quickly do the conversion here. Yen to USD. Okay, so it was what? 4140. Okay. 4140. Translates to around $261. Black Magic design. Again. So I would actually need to look up what that is. Okay, Black Magic Video Assist. We'll go here. Video Assist. Yeah, it's around $300 to $500. Getting it from the website, whereas here, $200, $261.
Hey, that's still better.
That is an amazing deal. Like, that's why I was like, oh, yes. But no, like, seriously. This is a place that, like, I got my G-Show there. G-Show translates to dictionary, but when we referred to it as a G-Show, we were talking about our electronic dictionary. Basically, yeah, again, it was a pocket dictionary for us to, like, be able to quickly look stuff up. Oh, they have cameras. Ooh. But yeah, no, like, that's... But yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff here. The headphones for probably close to around 70, 80 bucks. Cell phones. Although this is where going to kind of give you, again, what's a lot of people in Japan will do actually is they'll get phones in the United States and then come over to Japan, because Japan has a law where actually, yeah, they even have iPod shuffles have iPod shuffles, MP3 players. Yeah, they got everything in here. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the just chatting for a bit and turning off this because it's getting too tempting. Okay. So reason the whole cell phone thing specifically. There has been a huge problem in Japan with, again, pervs. Pervs to put simply. So they'll take their camera phone while they're on the train. Like a guy is sitting down and a girl is standing up at the door. The guy will take his camera, slip it underneath the skirt, and take a picture. So to combat this, what they have done with every single phone in Japan, no matter what setting you have it on, is it will make a loud shutter click. Basically the... So, and again, a lot of people, for that specific reason, like, that's great. But when it's just like, some people are just sick and tired of hearing that. Exactly, yeah, the snap.
Yeah.
So this is where it's just like some people are just kind of sick and tired of it, and because, yeah. Yep. And, you know, you never know, okay? You just never know. Or yeah, Spanx underneath, or actually, what would be funny is if like they had underwear like that looked like a sensor bar. Or oh no. Evil plan. With the underwear, like there's like a tag or something in it. Shh. It's okay. In the underwear is a tag that reads in cameras, and as soon as they do, either A, like this is the wholesome version, when it clicks, it blocks it out entirely. Like you just get a white or black screen, nothing. Or option B, the funny and twisted version, shows a schlong instead. Like it just shows a picture of it.
No.
I'm just saying they would not expect that. Especially if it's from a guy named Tyrone. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. This might get me canceled. It's always Tyrone. It's either Tyrone or Jamal. It's one of them. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This is bad. This is only going downhill from here. Okay, so. The cock blocker panties. That's what it would be called.
No.
The pig blocker. The pig blocker
No.
pants.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm a horrible infant. So this has deteriorated beyond anything I was wanting to go beyond. Okay, so practice Japanese. Go to Japan. So again, in all this, you know what? Trademark. I'm going to trademark. Yeah, just again the pick blockers.
Yep.
The Pig Blocker Underwear by Ezra Garnet. Patent pending. Hey, but if we make money from this.
I don't know if I want to make money from it.
Oh my, okay. You know the Cards Against Humanity is like step 1 this, step 2 this, step 3. It's like Bliss or something. Or Millionaire or something. Oh, okay, I'm gonna look at it quick. Yeah, this is 8. Again, just chatting streams need to be nicknamed to ADHD streamer. Okay. Against Vanity. Step 1. Blank. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, step 1 blank, step 2 blank, step 3 profit. So yeah, step 1, go to Japan. Step 2, pitch the pick blocker underwear. Step 3, profit.
They're gonna think America is so. They probably already think Americans are so.
Have you seen some of the stuff Japan has come up with?
Don't know.
This might be actually a sane idea. I saw that. I'll take 20 from SpongeBob. Nice.
It's
So-
something.
Anyway. So other goal.
Hold on. Give me your notebook.
No.
Yeah, I want to write something.
No.
Fine, I'll write it.
Right on your phone.
Fine.
Japanese problems require Japanese solutions. Okay. So, other goal that I want, and I said was spurned on a video Melly showed me this morning. Okay. Yep. The goal this year is to be able to get a puppy. There's a whole book I bought for random Japanese products. I might need to know this. Yeah, so in Melly's voice acting profile picture is a picture of my mom's dog. It was kind of our dog that we kind of again, my mom adopted it, but whenever my mom was gone, we'd be the babysitters for it when we were back living in Arizona. And so, yeah, the goal is for us to be able to be financially stable enough for us to be able to get a puppy. But so, in one regards, 1 second. It does rhyme, but so now these are kind of like the main goals that I have for this year, which all of it is reliant upon me finding a good job to help first off pay for our trip to Japan.
Well,
Helps.
it's not just you, baby.
Bottom line is we need to make more money.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, because again, honestly, this is always what I like doing. Okay, I've had this goal, dream, everything like it, and it's partially because of some of the YouTubers I watch. But like, I would love to be able to do like some travel stuff, travel pics, travel vlogs, whatever. I would love to be able to do that, and it's just so good. Ooh, he sent us. Okay, send me the link on Discord. Yes. Thank you. Yes, 101 useless Japanese inventions. Unuseless. It's $5. $6 actually. Well, definitely wait. We are extremely low on funds, but when we got the funds. But no, bottom line is, yeah, this year, what we really need to do first off is we do need to make more money coming in, whether that's through a steady job, whether that's through YouTube content creation. Because again, the idea that me and Melly came up with I want to say a couple weeks ago, is that while I'm still working to get because again, my YouTube channel, I'm still working on getting that monetized. Melly's channel, her voice acting channel, already is monetized. Like, she can actually start making money from it, and we just really haven't capitalized on it as much as we could have. So we got a couple of really fun and cool projects coming up over the next few months. and hopefully they do extremely well. If they do as well as we're hoping, that might be a good step in the right direction. One of them, I think the trailer for it we're releasing tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be releasing a teaser.
Yeah, we're releasing a teaser trailer tomorrow. I mean, we could tease it tonight if we really wanted to, but do you want to? Okay, it's your call. Yeah, I want to see a project that we've been working on. Again, I've been working my butt off for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. At least a little teaser.
Yeah, your eyes have my support. Yes, speak peak. Eyes have my support, and the rest of us here. Okay.
Sure.
Do you have the link
I
to it?
think it's in. Well, I technically didn't post it yet.
But do you still have the link to it?
What link? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
Because I also thought you have it like scheduled to go up on YouTube.
No, not yet. I need to do that still.
Okay.
Let me see.
Waiting patiently. While we wait for the
I
link.
mean, I could send you this.
Yeah, just like the link that they sent you.
Okay. Go. It's not working. Go. Okay.
Okay. Got the link. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Google Drive link. Let me do this. Unselect before. Then we get it full screen. Let me go ahead back. Okay, perfect. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get this pulled up. Okay. Here we go.
Sonic the Hedgehog has spent years fighting the forces of Dr. Eggman. Time and time again, the Mad Doctor attacks. Sonic strikes back, then relaxes until Eggman returns. But after their last battle, Dr. Eggman vanished. But his robot army did not.
Ooh, oh, that doesn't look good. Sounds like the locals are putting up a fight. I hope they don't mind me lending a hand.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So that's the teaser trailer.
Yep. We're working on a big project.
We are working on the Sonic IDW comic.
Yup. Gonna dub issues 1 through 12, baby.
Yeah, but right now we got one down. We're gonna see how the first chapter does, and then based on how
If
well.
it gets lots of love and supports and lots of people like it, then yeah, we're
Well,
gonna try it.
Yep, we'll continue it.
All 12.
Because first off, one thing that we do need to do is just shout out to all the amazing voice actors who did all the work on, like who voiced in it. And the biggest shout out is because based on how well this does, we would love to do this almost. They're doing it for free. Like that's the coolest part in all this is all fan made.
Yeah.
My role in this is I've been the one doing the sound design and the sound balancing, and actually with the teaser was actually Nelly. Yeah.
Yeah, that was technically back in like June this year. And then we got
Yeah.
really busy.
And yeah, we got really busy and we actually lost a lot of the files that we were using on it.
Yeah, the original stuff, so we had to start from scratch.
At least when it came to the sound design, the sound effects. So that's where I was like, you know what, let's So kind of given our economic situation, I was like, you know what, let's finish the Sonic IDW comic. Let's finish the first chaptering. Don't me asking, where did you learn how to do audio engineering? Glad you asked that. I went to school called the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences, or CRAS for short. Again, and there they specialize in music production and, again, audio engineering, the whole caboodle, where they teach you every single facet of the industry. From, like, I know how to do live sound, I know how to do some music mixing and mastering. Again, and a lot of the alumni have gone on to do great and many wonderful things. To where actually I'll go ahead and pull up my professional website real quick.
He's really good, guys. He's a pro.
I is pro. So, guys, again, I know most of you guys have seen me somewhat in real life, but here is my stuff. Let me go back to YouTube React. So here, and actually this is a picture of me and the instructors. Yeah, we actually worked on these consoles to learn how all these worked. That's how I was able to come up with my sound designs, a lot of my sound design stuff. ADR, that's actually something I did on my own with help from Melly. And again, I got certified.
Fireworks.
Oh, fireworks are starting to go off. And again, I got certified in using Pro Tools. So yeah, Pro Tools tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 music, and tier 4 post-production. I'm also I was broadcast proficient. So like if I wanted to work at like, say a sports company, a sports news network, where they are broadcasting football, basketball, NASCAR, anything like that. Again, I technically at least know how to do it.
Pro Tools is definitely tricky.
Pro Tools is very tricky, especially when you don't know how to use it. That's why there's whole levels of certification. Pro Tools is the industry standard. And again, the main DAW that I use most of the time
It's actually Reaper.
is Reaper.
I use that a lot too. It's so nice.
There's a lot of cool stuff with it. This was the project for the one sound design I did for the mouse that I showed you guys earlier. If you notice how I got everything layered, factored in, actually I don't think I really used that many plugins, but like, and again, this is where, when it comes to DAWs, end of the day, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna tell you even what Crass told me. Okay, at the very end of the day, what DAW you know how to use and what DAW you specialize in, it really doesn't matter. What matters in the end is how it sounds.
Yep.
Like, again, talking to a guy who is certified in Pro Tools, I love Reaper. Reaper can do a lot of things, a lot of the same things that Pro Tools can. It can actually even do more than some Pro Tools. But again, it is the industry standard. I'm still trained on it. I can still go to it. I still know how to, like, honestly, get me into Pro Tools, and it's going to be like riding a bike. Might take me a couple minutes, but yeah, I'm going to slowly remember all the shortcuts. Because honestly, that's what proficiency means, is you know the shortcuts and how fast you can do things. So that's all what proficiency means, is how fast and accurately you can do stuff. Pro Tools is standard because they can render in Dolby 5.1. Yes, and actually same with Reaper. Reaper, actually, the one thing Reaper can do that Pro Tools really can't is ambisonic audio, aka virtual reality sound design. So actually, for a lot of game developers, they like Reaper over Pro Tools. Say Pro Tools and Dolby Atmos 5.1 sound design, surround sound. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Reaper can do ambisonic audio, aka audio that goes in virtual reality. It's because to learn that, I didn't know this until I went to school. When it comes to the audio industry, there's a lot of hearsay and naysay. A lot of video game companies prefer Reaper for two big reasons. One partially because they ambisonic audio, so they can do virtual reality and they can map it a little bit better. And two, Reaper works extremely well on Windows and Mac, whereas Pro Tools really works extremely well on Mac. So if you have a operating system of Windows where most video games are made, that's why they like Reaper, is because Reaper also means Windows operating system, whereas Pro Tools is more Mac operating system. So it just comes down to that. And I'm also a huge Windows fan nerd. Just because, again, I like playing video games. I like being able to stream. I do all this from my Windows computer. Mac can do this. Don't get me wrong. If I'm doing just strictly video editing and audio editing, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do it all on a MacBook. But if I want to play games, if I want to do literally everything else, yes, Windows. If I'm doing strictly video editing, audio editing, if I'm doing strictly editing, Mac. I love Mac for editing. Editing on a MacBook, it is so fast. It's seamless, hardly any lag, hardly any issues, some of the issues I have on Windows. Don't get me wrong, my Windows computer is fantastic. A little outdated, but still fantastic. I can still do video and audio editing perfectly fine from here, and I love editing it. But again, Mac also is fantastic at it, and again, this is honest opinion, Mac would be better at editing some of the stuff compared to my Windows. Just because there's also a lot of keyboard shortcuts, the way the overall user face is up. Oh yeah, no, go ahead. Have a good night. Have a good night. We'll see you next year. So that's where it is. It's just more on when it comes to Windows and Mac, it just comes down to what do you think is going to work. It just comes down to your, again, facility, what kind of job you're doing. I would say probably for most voice actors, if you're just trying to do voice acting, like you're not gaming, you're not doing anything like that, honestly, a MacBook might be a good investment. But if you're wanting to do gaming, if you're wanting to do streaming, if you're wanting to do all that, PC, I would say, is the way to go. Get a good PC, get a good graphics card, because you're going to need a good graphics card for video gaming anyway. Yeah. And when it comes to rendering, it uses that graphics card. So, yeah. Oh, no, and heck, if you guys really want to, I could even teach you some of the ways to make your editing process easier and faster. Yes, Ezra tips. Actually, okay, a clip just came to mind. That's just perfect for this. I gotta do it. Here we go. I think this might summarize it very well. Let me just go ahead, get it pulled up.
You want to see how I do it? I come up with all my best stuff in the bathroom at work. I use this program to import the recordings I make on my phone. Yeah, feeling good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on.
And actually, if you notice, the user interface for this is actually an Apple. It's a MacBook.
Oh, what I need now is a little bit of shelter.
Dad, Lord's music is actually really good.
Thanks, but it gets even better when I add the drum loops. Yeah, feeling good on a Wednesday. Then with the computer, I can actually quantize everything. Feeling good backup instruments, and then finally I use the auto-tune.
Sparkling thoughts, feeling good on a Wednesday. Giving me the hope, giving me the hope to go on. What I need is a little bit of shelter.
Stan?
No.
It's that easy.
I mean, Ezra is really good. How it works.
That's good. Yeah, that's my troll level. I feel like we skipped a few steps. Okay, so real quick VA tip. One thing I recommend every VA purchase at one point, just because it will make life so much easier, is get a plugin set called Isotope. Isotope RX. Okay, here, this is where I will show you. So first off, let me switch over to YouTube React. So this is, again, this is Reaper. I like Reaper for a lot of reasons, but I'm just going to do this real quick. So here is a track. I'm just going to title this VO, just so that way I know. I'm going to quickly pause the music here. I'm going to do this. And so that way I don't get a feedback. I'm turning off the audio monitoring. And lastly, so this is the cool thing. So I'm going to quickly hit record. And again, where I'm talking, it's picking it up. Although it does look like I'm coming in a little hot. So I'm going to go to my audio interface, turn it down just a little bit. And yeah, would have pulled my hair out producing my audiobook without those plugins. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what Isotope RX is, okay. So got that done, got that recorded. So now I'm going to untoggle the recording head. So now let's listen. Record. And again, where I'm talking, it's picking it up. Although it does look like I'm coming in a little hot. So I'm going to go to my audio interface, turn it down just a little bit. And yeah, would have pulled my hair out producing my audiobook without those plugins. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what, so that already sounds pretty good, to be honest. Okay. So if I were to do the plugins, I go to FX. I'm going to go down to Isotope RX. I got a lot of them. So one thing that I would start off with is a spectral denoiser. What that does is, this is where, again, if you've heard people say, I need to get room noise, this is the reason why. Is because I can then go to spectral denoise. I can even actually toggle this on. One sec. Let me try something else. Control T. I move this over. Delete that. Gonna toggle the inputs off. There we go. Okay. Because I don't want to have a feedback loop. So spectral denoise. If I hit learn. Let me solo it. Okay. So now I'm going to go back through with just it soloed. And I'm having it learn what the room noise sounds like. Then I declick learn. Gonna drag it back over to there. And just delete this track. To where now record. And again, where I'm talking, it's picking it up. Although it does look like I'm coming in a little hot. So I'm going to. Now, this is the other thing I'm going to tell you. Okay, my noise floor is coming at negative 48.5. By the way, I'm not in a booth. I am outside in our living room. Melly can attest to this.
Yep.
I am not in our vocal booth whatsoever. We are just in the living room, got a refrigerator going in the background, and I'm hitting negative 48.5.
Yeah, and I actually wrote down the quietest I think I've been able to get our noise, our floor level. I think it was negative 71.5.
Yeah,
And that's really good.
and that is inside the booth.
Yeah, that's in the booth.
And you want to get a new booth.
I know.
I know.
I want to get a Neumann.
Yeah, the next step is a Neumann, okay?
Yeah, that's one of my goals for this year. I want to save up for a Neumann.
But now there's a lot of factors that go into this as well. Like there's the microphone I'm using. Yep, this is like, again, this is lit. So this track right down here has no plugins, nothing. It is just a track that I have for, again, I just put the track in. There's no high pass, no low pass filter, nothing. And I'm going to just stop talking for a sec. And if you look right here, the number is negative 51.4. This is just pure raw audio. So by the time I put spectral denoise on for this track, so I'm going to do it also here as well. It's negative 56 and it's picking up my mouse click. It's negative 56 before I picked up the mouse click, and then negative 53.7 when it did. So this is overall pretty good. This is pretty good setup. And what goes into it, it's microphone and audio interface. Audio interface I'm using is a Motu M2. Fantastic audio interface, and that's actually what we upgraded Melly's to as well, is a Motu M2 that's in the booth. And yeah, just connected to my, what is it? Skylight 512 condenser microphone. And again, this is without any pads. This right now is just pure microphone, and this is just the setting I have. And that's what's picking up in here. Now what you get inside streaming is a little different because I have plugins and stuff going in on OBS to help clean up the audio and clean up everything like that. Yeah, again, actually the Motu I got from my school. The school gave it to us as part of the project because they are so confident in it that should a actual console go down, you can use a Motu M2 and still get the same level of quality out of it. And this is the other thing I want to stress as well, is that it does not matter how much money you spent on something. All that matters is the quality you're getting out of it. So my Motu M2 is good for what I need to use it for. It is the perfect level that I need to use it for, and it's only $200-300 compared to some other audio interfaces out there that are close to $1,000. So, and in the end, it just all comes down to what do you need and how do you need it. For voice acting, I do highly recommend Motu M2 because, again, it is studio level. And if you have a well-treated area, it's going to enhance it tremendously. If you do not have a well-treated area, it's not going to go well. So, again, I use this microphone for streaming. I also use it for some sound design. Like if I need to do claps, I can just...
Yeah, he helps me out a ton. Sound design, mixing, mastering, cleaning up the audio.
Yeah, I would say definitely first treat space, then get equipment. And I would also say treat the space in a way that's going to work in the long run for you. So what I'm more meaning by that is you don't need to go out and get a Studio Bricks booth, okay? Treating it I know I started off my voice acting career voicing in a closet. And I got sound curtains that were like 20 to 40 bucks.
Yeah, mine was with the phone actually, was what I first recorded on, and then I would just, yeah, I think actually before I even started like recording in the closet, I was recording like by my bedside under some blankets, like in my own little blanket fort.
Yeah, you use what you have, and honestly, that's where I say invest in that kind of equipment to start off with. Treat that space first.
Invest in blankets.
Get sound blankets. Sound blankets are going to be your friends. And also, specifically, some sound blankets also can help you when you move.
Very true.
But besides that, after you at least have a well-treated area, I'm not saying, again, not Studio Bricks, nothing too crazy over the top, just something where it's well-treated. Then I would say at least invest in a good, solid audio interface and a decent microphone. Again, as you heard me say, I am happy with the Motu M2 audio interface. I started off with a Scarlett Solo as well. The Scarlett series can be good, but over years, I wish I did start off with the Motu M2 because of how well it sounds. And again, the microphone that the microphone we actually have in the booth is just over $100. It's an Audio-Technica. Audio-Technica, fantastic company, and again, for everything that we do, everything that we work with it, use the Audio-Technica. It works fantastic.
It's great that's a good start, and even for like, I think the most important thing to remember and to keep in mind is the space. Like you don't have to have the best equipment, but if you treat your space well and you take care of all that background noise and as much as you can, then that's what's gonna make the hugest difference, I think.
That, and if you also get Isotope RX, you can denoise some of the noises that you hear. You can clean up the audio in some cases. But this is where, again, you go through tiers into your vocal booth. Go through tiers in audio equipment, vocal booth, and good gravy. I'm still some. But yeah, it's all about building your tiers up. And for me, actually, the reason why I went to audio engineering school was because I worked on an audiobook. And I spent so much time in a DAW trying to clean it up all by hand that I wish I knew half the stuff that I wished when I went to CRAS. Half the stuff I learned within the first 3 weeks. And CRAS is an accelerated learning program. Their goal is to get you in and out in under a year. Which, again, was a year of fast learning, but it was a roller coaster. It was networking. It was a lot of things. Like, again, the friend that works at Crunchyroll was in that picture with me on my website. I'm gonna steal all your help shit from Craft. And actually, most of this stuff is out on the World Wide Web. The main difference between me and you is the fact that I've just been trained. I know the shortcuts. I know the quick keys. I can get in. I can go in fast, and I do this a lot. I could have been trained too, but not certified.
Different experience. Everybody starts different. Has their own journey.
Everybody has their own journey, and that's where I'm going to say and again, there's a lot of differences. But yeah, so all that matters is experience and how fast you can get stuff done.
Yep.
It's all down to speed. It's all about speed.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta get fast. But besides that, I think those are my main goals for the year. But the first one is the foundation to all of it, which is get a good job.
Yeah.
Get a good job, potentially get YouTube and Twitch monetized. So in that way, like I would love to be able to do content creation full time, but
That would be awesome.
slowly turning into a one-stop shop.
You got this, babe.
And actually, one thing I think I can try to do is might be willing to help out with people's demos this year. Because yeah, that's the one thing I gotta read on Twitter is somebody's looking for somebody to do demo production. You have a plan, and that's a huge step. Yep. Hi, Danny. Guys, I'm still here. Oh, Danny, you missed my singing.
Yeah, we had a karaoke session.
Yeah, Peaches was sung so good.
Well, not Peaches.
It was not
but-
Peaches. It wasn't Peaches. But it was a silent night. And some jingle bells.
Yeah, some Christmas songs. No.
No. Don't take it up. No, there's other things. There's other projects I'm working on in the background.
I'm sure you'll catch him soon again.
Don't do it. No, don't. We like people alive. Life needs things to live.
I don't know about
Only in video games. Only in video games.
well, I don't know about you, babe, but I'm getting hungry.
Okay, I guess we're actually at a pretty good stopping point. We can try to start wrapping up for the evening. Actually, I'm going to get some water real quick so I can
So
do
he
the
doesn't
side off.
sound like a smoker.
Yeah, that way it don't sound like a smoker.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, actually, I mean, I don't know. What do you want to do, baby?
I was going to end it in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Here's about to get started.
I was going to say, now we're slowly getting into Cartman territory here.
I'm just gonna snack on some Chuckies.
Specifically, one song just came to mind. Guys, enjoy your New Year. Oh, we will. You too, Danny. But give me one sec. There we go. I guess we'll end off with one more song. Nope, it's not about Kyle's mom. Is that this one actually might? There we go.
Hey guys, let's take a minute and talk about suicide prevention. There's probably someone right now at this school thinking about killing himself, and it's not funny. You better take it serious, or he might actually do it.
I've been feeling sad, I've been being sad. Can't talk to my mom, don't even have a dad. I can't go on, what is living for? My heart screams, I don't wanna live no more. No, Eric, we don't want you to die, Eric. Give life a try, Eric. We don't want you to die, Eric. Oh God, no, Eric. I don't wanna live no more, no more, no more, no more, no more.
But Eric, we don't want you to die. You're so cool, we'd be sad at school.
Yeah, but you guys, you don't understand. With my girlfriend, it's like I'm living in quicksand. Conflicting thoughts, I need a battered white shelter. My girlfriend is messed up, but all I wanna do is help her. I'm suffocating, I'm drowning in sorrow. Gonna kill myself, probably around 2:30 tomorrow. But Eric, we don't want you to die, Eric. Give life a try. Everybody,
We don't want you to die, Eric. Oh God, no,
but
Eric.
it's so hard, Eric. We don't want you to die. Only you guys.
Okay,
We
we'll end it there.
listen to this, like at least once a week.
It was like one of the few songs I'm like, dang, this is a banger. This and
Like play on Dear Evan Hansen or something, or Broadway.
yeah, Or actually, there was one more song that I was like, oh, that's actually good. It was when they were mocking High School Musical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's you got to do what you want to do.
That's right. You know, sometimes you just have to go with what your heart tells you. There's things we're all good at, and we can't just keep them bottled up inside. 'Cause you gotta do what you wanna do. Don't let nothing get in your way. Chase your dream every day. True girl, you know it's true. That if you really wanna be you, you gotta do what you wanna do. He was unhappy 'cause he just wanted to play ball. But he finally got the courage to answer his heart's call. Just like me, all I ever wanted was to sing and dance. And now that I stood up for my dream, I finally have the chance. You gotta do what you wanna do. Even if other people don't really want you to. True girl, you know it's true. That the thing you want to do is the thing that you should do.
So yeah, that song was a banger. It's a good banger. Yeah, you can't tell I've been watching South Park a lot recently.
Time. All the time, guys.
Hey, you know what? Comedy's good.
And what's the other one?
American Dad?
American Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get him into Sonic Boom.
Good morning, USA. And a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. Stars in the sky oh yeah, the stars in the sky has a smile on his face and is shining a salute to the American ways.
Wait. Oh no.
Oh boy, it's swell to say good morning, USA. Sonic Boom is really good. Because, okay, I like American Dad more than I like Family Guy. And yeah, again, I've seen clips of Sonic Boom. I've seen a lot of good stuff with Sonic Boom. I've even seen a few episodes of Sonic Boom. So. Yeah, I like American Dad over Family Guy. Mostly it's just because I think I like Roger. I like Roger over Stewie. Like it's almost like most of Family Guy's contingent is on Stewie. Whereas, don't get me wrong, American Dad, a lot of it is on Roger, but Roger is such a dynamic character, and there's so much growth Roger can have, whereas Stewie's is kind of locked in. I even said my partner likes American Dad more than Family Guy. I can see that. Actually, I was gonna say the song sounds like Stranger Things. Speaking of bangers, do you remember when Steve and Roger? Yes, I loved that one. Where it was like Boys to Men. The Boys to Man one, or are you talking about Boys 12? Yeah, don't get me wrong, the Stewie and Brian stories are good, but that's like the only real redeeming quality in Family Guy, especially nowadays, in my opinion. I really do like American Dad, even nowadays. Because yeah, both are actually really good. Just the one with Roger and Steve, that one takes a weird left turn. It's out there. But I really do like, I do like both. And I think I do like the music overall more in American Dad. I think Steve, in my opinion, Steve is a little bit more musically gifted than Stewie. He's good. Oh my gosh, like the whole episode where he's like singing, like, it's 10 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm supposed to be at home doing my homework, but that's what I got caught to do. I was walking, but Snot was talking. Something like that. Where, yeah, it's like the whole thing is about him getting trapped into a locker for a girls' soccer team that ends up in Brian Lewis's office. and then finds out that Brian Lewis is dating Snot's mom. It's, oh my gosh, it was good. It was all over the place, and it was just, oh, Ben? Oh yeah, actually, me and my friends have eaten a pizza like that. It doesn't have to say anything with Benny's. It doesn't have to be Benny's. Okay. But yeah. And actually, what South Park, and again, this is where I feel like in one respect, American Dad is almost like Seth MacFarlane's taking advice from the creators of South Park. Because again, South Park roasted Family Guy. They roasted him time and time again. But the main one and the main reason why they're like, we're just sick and tired of being compared to Family Guy is because the way a lot of the Family Guy stories pan out, they could be interchangeable. Like, it doesn't really matter, so to speak. Because the main funny part with it is the gags. With the cutaway gags. That was it. It was the cutaway gags. To where the guys are like, no, we're not trying to do cutaway gags. Family Guy is definitely more inspired by The Simpsons. Absolutely. But yeah, even the fact that The Simpsons don't like Family Guy either. And again, I know they have done a whole cross episode, like crossover episodes and stuff like that. But just with everything with Family Guy was like the main thing was just like was main creative differences. Because again, Family Guy is very much heavily built on bits. Like, how many times has gone like, oh, like this is worse than this time this happened. Or the main bit that I absolutely dreaded, and it just went on and on and on forever, is Conway Twitty. Every single time Pierce is like, and now the Conway Twitty, I'm like, skip. Exactly. It's remember that time when blank, and it's a cutaway gag, and that's what's interchangeable, and that's the funny part of it. Whereas with South Park, there is an actual story behind it. It is exaggerated to the highest degree. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. I remember, I think, going to sleep and waking up to a Conway Twitty gag. Is the overuse of shock, gross humor, and I personally dislike Family Guy because every time that touches certain topics, well, it's just kind of, exactly, it's done so, I'm going to say it's more done half-heartedly. Like, it's not even shock and gross value because, again, South Park does that. I'm going to say they're the masters of shock/gross humor. Because I just mean Cartman and Chili. Okay, if you know that, you know that. Okay, Cartman and Chili. Like, that is gross and shocking to the highest degree. But the way it's done is done very skillfully, so to speak. In the regards of, like, there was a story with it. It built and built and built, and that's what, again, that was the dark twist in it. Whereas the Family Guy, it's a quick bit. Exactly, it was a whole nother level of what the flip. And then, yeah, the realization of who his dad is. But again, and with South Park, there is that story that just builds and builds and builds.
Weird story.
It's still a weird story, but there's still, like, it's very much like, again, I'm going to use, I think even one of the, I want to say, I think even Blooms used this as an example of just like, okay, let's look at South Park with Randy and drinking and Peter and drinking, okay? There again, overall message is still the same, but the way the story progresses in South Park, it makes it more entertaining and is a better story overall. Whereas, okay, Family Guy Peter and Brian get into a DUI incident. They are commissioned to go to AA for, as part of their court sentencing. They go, they do it. They, in fact, do a whole song and dance number. That, again, the song and dance number is probably one of the best parts of the show. To where, and they convince everybody at AA that they need to, they get everybody at AA drinking. Peter leaves, gets into an accident where he has a near-death experience. He goes with death to see all the alternative realities. and end of the day comes to the realization that it's drinking in moderation, not over drinking, not going without drinks, although personally I'm in the don't drink camp. But it's everything, and again, and this is just a good level thing for addiction, is don't do anything to the extreme. It's all about moderation. Whereas now we go to South Park. Stan's dad, Randy, gets pulled over again for driving under the influence, has to do community service, goes to the school to teach them about, again, driving under the influence and the bad thing. He goes then to AA, where AA, because again, this is where it also conflicts into different kinds of mindsets. I've been actually reading a book called Ikigai, which is kind of dealing about setting goals, trying to live a longer, more fuller life, because when it goes into psychiatry, you get into two different kind of brains of thought. You get psychoanalysts, and then you also get, again, logotherapy. Whereas psychotherapy is more about dwelling on the past, figuring out the why these are the things that you do these things, and logotherapy is more looking at the present and trying to address things in the future. Anyway, going back to the South Park bit with Randy, going AA is really good for, again, it's always done in a church because it's very much faith-based. So going to Randy, who really doesn't have faith, AA is not going to really work for him. And so instead, what they're saying is like, no, it's a disease. That's what you have. It's a disease. And Randy, being the victim, saying like, oh, he's a victim. He's a victim of his disease. He has no control over it. Until he experiences like a miracle, which is a statue that shoots out a certain type of liquid. And again, he's like, oh, I'm cured. And he proceeds to continue his life without trying to do better, trying to live a better life. And then comes out that I was like, oh no, that wasn't a miracle granting thing, and immediately relapses into it, showing that it's more of a state of mind for him. And for him, it's then slowly coming to realization and that he needs to have the discipline he needs about drinking responsibly. It's two very different stories, whereas when you look at Family Guy, it's very much more do. Whereas within South Park, there is almost a psychological thinking that could go behind it. It does get exaggerated to the umpteenth degree, but you can still follow the story. And in one respect, it's this happens, then this happens, then this happened, then this happened. Whereas Family Guy is this happens, cutaway, this happens, cutaway, this happens, another cutaway. So it's more you're laughing at the cutaway, not the circumstance. Whereas with South Park, it's more you're laughing through the circumstance and the way and how exaggerated it gets. Okay, that was a long tirade. That was a long rant on South Park and Family Guy. But, and again, this is where to each their own, because again, the gags are still funny. I still laugh at several Family Guy gags. But there's also points where South Park's funny. Yeah, South Park has always had more depth to story building, while Family Guy was just random events. Exactly. Honestly, like Family Guy has like some funny bits, like in YouTube clips. Like I think that's where it could do very well. But as the overall story arc, yeah, there's a certain community. So South Park and Family Guy does not have like actual character progression. Exactly. Like again, I think in every regards, honestly, and I think that's been my biggest frustration with Family Guy, is if you look at the way the series has started versus the way it is, there's been like no character progression. All the characters are still the same. They're still doing the exact same shtick. Like, including Brian, nobody's really kind of progressed. If anything, they've digressed. They've, again, gotten worse. Whereas South Park, again, like, they took a gag like, oh my gosh, they killed Kenny, to that's his superpower. They've given Kenny a huge, he is one of my favorite, like, again, Kenny, I think, is the best character in South Park. Like, hands down, I think Kenny is the best character in South Park. Butters had it right. Just because he has so much depth to him, and there is just so many good things about Kenny. Yeah, Kenny's poor mom. Oh my gosh. Birthing Kenny like 20 million times. But, and again, they at least have a story on, it's not just like, oh, it's still a gag on Kenny dies. It's like, no, we turned it into a superpower and there's a backstory behind it. turn that off and turn off my one monitor. It's just the way our electrical grid is working. But anyway, I think that might be a good place to call it for the night, guys. Ranting and raving about South Park and Family Guy. So anyway, guys, we hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your New Year's. We will be seeing you guys next year. And again, guys, just if you haven't taken the time, write down some of the goals, some of the things you want to accomplish this coming year. Absolutely do that. And honestly, guys, until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And let me see here. I think I'm going to be streaming on Thursday. Thursday, I'll be either streaming Sonic Adventure 2, the villain half, or I'll be streaming Subnautica Below Zero. So stay tuned for that, and that will be Thursday around 7 o'clock p.m. CST. All right, hope you guys have a good night. Bye. Happy New Year.